Today's drawing exercise was inspired by the findings in King Tut's tomb. Look at this beautiful mask. It has a really nice graphic quality to it. So I decided to create a real simple directed drawing exercise using just a Sharpie and your markers. Real easy. All the same directed drawing exercise, but you can see all the different interpretations. That's the fun of this. Everyone's different. I think the fun is coloring in the necklace and the headpiece. This is really nice. Look at this handsome piece. And this little girl, she colored the whole thing on white paper and then cut it out and glued it onto a piece of black construction paper. That's really a wonderful effect. Okay, let's try it. You'll need a piece of paper on a vertical orientation, a Sharpie for drawing, and any of your colors. You don't have to use just markers. That's what the students used in the pieces that I showed you before, but you can use markers, crayons, pens, or pencils, whatever you have. All right, let's get this drawing started. Now I'm going to start this drawing on the upper half of the page. We'll do the top of the face, which is a curve, the beginning of his headdress, and then make an oval for his face. And then two straight lines. This is going to be part of the headband of his headgear. And two ears. Remember, I'm going fairly quickly, so if you need to pause the video, do that and then get caught up. It's no problem. Now from here, you're going to go out to the side, two curves. Looks like antenna. Then close that off with a curve. And then from that curve, we're going to come straight down towards the edge of the page. And before I connect that dot, I'm going to have a line come down the side of his face because this is going to help close off this headdress. Now curve in towards the center, go straight down, and then curve that in. And of course it's going to be the same on the other side. Curve towards the center, halfway between the ear and the edge of that line, and then go straight down and close it off with a curve. There. Now let's do his eyes, two eyes, his nose, and his mouth. So start towards the ear and go towards the center of the page. Don't let them touch. Then an oval, a half circle, and then a pupil. It's always under the lid. If you want to add a lid, you can do that. I'm going to add an eyebrow here because I've got space. It's kind of a wider at one end. And then the nose. Remember, pause if we're going too fast. And then let's carry that up to the top. A lot of you have already drawn noses, so that's fairly easy. Then the mouth, it starts with a V in the middle, underneath his nose. And curve towards his chin. And close that off with a curve. And a line in between. There. It's probably the hardest part. All right, now we're going to do the striped pattern in his headdress. And in most pictures, they have a snake and a bird on the top of their headdress. Here, I'll show you. It's a snake and a bird representing power. But I'm going to keep it simple and not do one. You don't have to. If you want to draw one, that's fine. Now you have to keep your wits about you, and these double lines are filled in with a dark color. Now you do the same thing, but they're parallel lines going straight across the back of his head. Double lines. Have to keep your wits about you that the double lines stay close to each other so you know what you're doing. This takes a while. It's all easy drawing. It just takes a while. It'll take you probably even longer to color it, but that's the fun of it. There. Now one of the styles in those days, which is like over 3,000 years ago, as a matter of fact, they tie their whiskers into this little sort of sword handle down here. And they'd wrap it in leather. I think it was a sign of power or something like that. So here are going to be the leather straps that are wrapping up his little whiskers. King Tut was only 19 or so when he was king, and I don't think he had a lot of whiskers, but whole nother story. Okay, now close that off. And this, when I show you examples again, I'm going to point out you can make all sorts of patterns in here, whatever you would like in this area. And same with the necklace, which we're about to do. We're almost finished. Okay, these are the epaulettes, the shoulder pads. They're curves coming out of that other curve that you did for the headdress. And then a straight line in. Now all we're going to do is connect this point to this point by making a swoop to the bottom of the page and back up. All right, swoop down and meet that edge. Now if you can get 2 or 3 more lines in there, that's great. I'll try to get 2 more. Here's 1 and here's 2. Now this is the basic drawing and you are able to color it any way you would like, but what would be nice is if you added patterns in here. I'm not going to spend the time filling this up, but you could do anything you want. I'm going to show you examples again of work that's been done to give you ideas. So remember this one? Look at this beautiful pattern in here in his necklace. They did do the bird and the snake. That's fine. Look at this pattern. They did eyelids. Pretty nice. This is kind of a double color here. That's rather nice. This is cute. In this pattern, or in this stripe, they had a pattern of peace signs and hearts. I want you guys to be creative. Make it up any way you would like to do it. And look at this. This is rather nice. Look at those eyes. She used just sort of another color marker to create sort of a nice decorative eye embellishment. That's really nice. And then here's actually this is a triple line. This is yellow, orange, and red on that pattern. And then she did a line in between. Now you guys really use your imagination and be inspired by this drawing. It's all going to be wonderful. All right, let's go.